Well, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good day. In my front pocket last night, I had my Griffin Scout 3.5. And then in my back pocket, I had my Kunwu Gringo with the Vertilock. And still in my back left pocket, I had my Vespa with the drop point or the straight back. So, yep, that's what I had in my pockets. Good morning, Michael, Mr. Pete, be shady. Hope y'all are doing good this morning. Yeah, it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Okay. I had to work last night, so I don't have anything prepared today to do tutorial wise. Good morning, Paul. So right now, I don't really feel like talking, so we're gonna watch a little bit of a video I was watching before the stream started, so that I don't have to talk at the moment. We get that brought up. Here it is. Here's where I was.
Well, it's small, so I can just...
Guys making a small little pocket forge. Never seen this guy before. Don't know who he is. Whoops.
Well, it's small.
Sorry.
Now it's time to apply the jig. Since there is chance that someone from Japan is watching, I have to make some additional steps.
He's applying some. He just dipped it in a coating for the fire cloth. And he's going. He bought too
I let it
much.
dry for a few days, and it's time to disassemble the jig. Look at that, it's perfectly round, but still a bit wet.
Cool little pocket forge, I guess.
I test run it and I'd say it looks promising, and the surface is rock hard. It's so hard. Look what happens when I run needle over it.
Alright, these guys' jokes.
But I eventually succeeded,
Pretty
and
bad.
the jig helped me a lot not to disturb the insulation much. And now it's time for hard refractory. I heard somewhere that shamot is a good thing for this naturally.
I don't know what all this is. Come on, get back to the forge.
Resource do it just like me for plan B.
Wow, I don't see how any of this has to do with a forge.
It's beautiful, as rare as Stradivarius.
Okay.
Dries the fire blanket and carefully prepared chamot paste. As time.
Alright, he's basically making the same stuff I made out of the plaster of Paris.
Now it's time to ignite it.
I don't know why I'm even watching this, except other than that's just what I was watching before we started.
Later, and it works like a champ.
I'm interested in how he made his nozzle.
But how does it perform in habitats? I prepared a bunch of round bars, and could you guess what the limit will be? My personal bet is 14 millimeters, since the opening of the forge is 24 millimeters. Okay, this test is pretty straightforward, so I'll take a little break here.
That's pretty good. I think the burner is the part I need to work on. I think my little forge will work good, but pretty wild. It's a 24-inch hole and a 24 millimeter hole and 22 millimeter rod will get hot enough.
This is the largest stock, and while the forge is still running, it's over the limit.
Not enough oxygen.
Meters.
Alright.
And now, grand finale, the ultimate test.
Made a pretty good hot dog. Alright, this guy's weird. Back to what I'm... Alright. How are y'all doing this morning? Morning, Mr. Cat Scratch, Mr. Cliff. Hope you gentlemen, Mr. Michael. Hope you gentlemen are doing great. Yeah, it did look pretty effective. Which lets me know that his his heating element. I'm all right, mister. How? I'm just all right. I'm not in the greatest moods this morning, if you can't tell. This guy said he made another video about making a small heating torch, whatever, forge burner. If I look at this, then I'll learn how to scale it up.
Burner, and I've already made a bunch of them.
Oh, there's a big one.
Oh,
yeah, that's a nice one.
Call that a burner. You know what, guys? I hate this game.
I just want to see the theory behind it real quick. I don't even know if I switched back to the web browser. Yeah, I did. Of course, I don't have a mill or a lathe. So I can't do any of this. Well, that's pretty cool. How he overlaid his design on top of it. I like watching lathe work. I like watching work of any kind. Alright, so this guy really isn't teaching anything helpful because nobody can make this but him. So yeah, no point in even watching this video. The only person in the world that can make it that is him. No, Michael, I'm not getting sick. Thanks for asking though. I'm just, I don't know. I'm a little fed up this morning with the world and people and not doing what they say they're going to do. And there are people having weird intentions nowadays. It's hard to find just straight up people. I don't know. Just a little down on the world today. All right. I got an alert that Artisans come out with some new knives, so I guess we'll go over there and check those out. The Tortoise looks a lot like that Tucson. I guess they're starting to sell the Gambit knives now. How much is the Queen's Gambit? $321. That's the one I got. I guess we have been here because the website, maybe we were on CJRB or something. I don't know. I like the Rook too. And the Bishop. Pretty sure I just... Yeah, Michael, yeah, you're right. They will. I don't normally pretend to not accept any less, but what's the word I'm looking for? Expect. I don't usually expect any less than that, but sometimes, you know, it kind of gets to you. Oh, thank you, Cliff. Yeah, I'll be all right. It'll just take me a few minutes to get out of my funk. I'm sure I'll be fine here in a minute. Yeah, they were a special series that they came out with on Kickstarter. And they had all the different models. I didn't want to go with the King, so I went with the Queen's Gambit. I still haven't done an unboxing video on this stupid knife, and I've had it like a month. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of mad at myself this morning, too, about some things. I've got some stuff I need to get done that I haven't, and I'm mad at myself. This is a Ray Laconico design. Very clean lines, very straight lines. Now that I'm looking at it, it reminds me a ton of a knife I just talked about yesterday that they're going to drop some more of tomorrow. And that is the Zorn. I was able to get a hold of the One Track Mind guy and ask him, you know, I told y'all yesterday that I sent him an email asking which versions he would have available. And he said that he would, since I had a YouTube channel or just period, that he would go ahead and send me whichever version I wanted. So I did pay for that and buy that this morning. And it looks a lot like this knife now that I look at it. So here's this one. And the One Track Mind Zorn, which is the one I was just talking about. Is this knife. So in overall shape, it very closely resembles that knife. Even the back of it slants the same way. Looks like Ray cut off this corner on this one, where this one has it all the way to the corner. And the little middle part is a little bigger on this one for your fingers. But it is very close. And then the Japanese Tanto compound grind on the Zorn is beautiful. So I did get that version. The hand satin blade, milled titanium satin scales, and satin hardware with the Japanese Tanto. And tomorrow he will have some of these available at, it says up here, it says at 2 p.m. 2 p. This Friday, 12/5 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so 1 p.m. Central Time. It's got S90V, 3.4-inch blade, 7.5-inch overall. Awesome front flipper. So if y'all are looking for a nice knife tomorrow, there's one option. Go back to the Gambit. See what they got going on today. So this tortoise, what do y'all think about that? Looks a lot like that Tucson. I can't remember which model number. How big is it? Wow. Is that right? Wow. 8.74? Okay. Now I'm liking it a lot better. Wow. 8.74? Wow. Did I say wow? 3.7-inch blade? What in the world? Is it really a 3.7? Yeah, 3.7? Wow. Christopher, those are OEM by Riot. The One Track Mind, if that's what you're talking about. These are OEM by Riot. Says it right here. OEM Riot. But yes, this does look comfortable, especially with that forward choil. Man, now that I know it's this big, I want one. What's the other version? Oh, they just anode the back spacer and pivot collar, pivot surround. Yeah, I'm glad he went to Riot, tell you the truth. I mean, nothing wrong with Kunwu, but speaking of Kunwus, let me put this one up. Just another Laconico collect for the collection. I hope I paid less than $310 or $312 or whatever they said on their website. What did they say on the website? I wasn't even paying attention. Or I just didn't care enough. For the Queen's Gambit, $321. I hope I paid less than that for it. I got it on Kickstarter. I don't even remember what I paid. Michael, I'm definitely not starting to love Skelly knives. And when I was just looking at that one, I had to picture it without the holes on it to see what the grip would feel like to even want to begin to buy it. It's big enough. Why does this knife reminds me of the word Flintstones? I don't know why it reminds me of the Flintstones. No clue. but I had to kind of picture it in my head as it's with it solid for me to even think wrapping my hands around it. I definitely wish it was solid, but it's big enough to overcome the holes, I guess. I love big titanium knives. And what or somebody said, you don't like it to be when it's not square, when it's closed. Yeah, I get that. This one looks pretty good though. It doesn't look bad. It's the blade, the front flipper doesn't stick way out. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like the rock quarry. Like, it reminds me of bedrock for some reason in the Flintstones. It's kind of a zany, wacky looking knife. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So last night, John asked me. John's been wanting the new Geronimo that they're coming out with, but he really likes this knife, and he wants to try out one with the compression lock. He likes big titanium knives too. So he asked me how the detent was in this thing, like if it had a real detent and if you could load up on it before you flick it. And I told him it had a real detent ball and a real detent hole. So I went to take it apart. And when I took it apart and I was putting it back together, the first time when I took it apart, it was one of those knives that was kind of difficult and it was sticking. And I had to actually pry something in the back of it here to get it to separate right here by the back spacer and these two barrel spacers. So I was taking it apart and I had to pry it open to get that part, and then I finally got the pivot off. So when I was putting it back together, I got the pivot on good, but the back wouldn't come together exactly right. So I was going to use the old tighten the screw up trick to pull it tight. And when I put this screw in it, after taking the picture, I cross-threaded this screw. So then I just was going to try to brute force it and use that old technique where you tighten it even tighter to break in new threads in there, like you don't really care or hope that it catches the original ones eventually. So I tried to do that. And then I almost stripped the screws out. And I successfully cross-threaded it, and I can't get it. I screwed it up trying to help John out. What it amounts to. So I instantly messaged lady at Kunwu. I can't think what her name is. Maggie. I messaged her and asked her if she could send me another barrel spacer and the two screws that go with it to replace my stupidity. And she said, sure. But I always find the bright side of things, and at least I got the picture. So here's the picture of the detent ball. Right there with some crud on it, and the corner looks like it's been hitting the blade. And there's the detent ball hole and the track. Yeah, mister, I would have done that had I been at home, but I was at work. And I didn't have any way to find out what the proper thread was. And I didn't have my taps. They were here at home. I'm quite sure I've got the right tap, and I could probably take it apart and tap it and fix it. But she's already shipped, or is going to ship today, a new, And I got it really close to fully tight. They just barely stick out a little bit each. I even them out because they're spinning right now. Like, I can't get them any tighter. And it's not bad. If I was to not want to ever take this apart again, it would probably be fine because you can't really feel it. It feels even with the scales, but it does move side to side if you press on it super hard, so I know they're not completely tight. Yeah, Maggie seems super cool, so she'll hook me up. She sent me a schematic of the knife and wanted me to circle the parts I needed. And of course, the picture she sent me didn't really show the proper parts. Yes, it had a breakdown, but it wasn't like a great breakdown. I'm trying to find the picture I sent her. Dang it. I don't know which picture I sent her. Why is it not in my gallery? I am not in the greatest moods this morning. Even trying to mess around on my phone is making me ill. All right. Since I'm talking about being ill, I might as well talk about somebody on Reddit and why I need to stay off of Reddit, because people ask questions sometimes and I'm like, why wouldn't you just instantly know what the answer to that is? Somebody in the forum sharpening, I don't even know why this bothered me, but it doesn't bother me, but not in a great mood. So it does kind of bother me. Anyway, I would think that any of y'all that got a knife that had a blade shaped like this one, and you went to sharpen it. So this guy's question was, what should I do about this little point on Spyderco knives? Like it's some kind of feature that Spyderco purposely puts in the knife, and he's not sure what he should do with it. Because if Spyderco put it in, then he might need to learn a new sharpening technique so that he can do that to his knives. And I thought to myself, dude, that's just a person who sharpened that didn't focus long enough over by the choil and didn't grind off that corner like he should have. And anybody that looks at that and was already in the process of sharpening it would just sharpen it out of there. Like, you would just make it disappear. Make the edge look the same all the way across. Like, I don't know. But anyway, this guy had a whole thing about, what should I do? I love this knife, but hate that Spyderco puts this on their knives. Do y'all sharpen this portion of the knife? Do you just sharpen up to it? But there's a choil, so what's the point of a choil if you can't sharpen to it without scratching the hell out of your stone? Or maybe it's a skill issue and there's a technique to it that I'm missing. What do you guys do for these? And so my response was down here, and I said, I need to edit my post because it doesn't even make sense. But I said, I don't understand. I meant to say, I don't understand why anyone who looked at that wouldn't just turn it into this. And I attached a picture, and I said, why wouldn't you just turn it into that? Like, wouldn't that be the normal course of action for anybody who ran across a knife like that and you're already in the process of sharpening it, like, why don't you just make it look like this with the nice 17 degrees mirror edge on it? And I probably wouldn't have even looked close enough to see that little point. So if I got to the point where I was sharpening it, it would probably would have just happened by default. Like, I wouldn't have even thought anything because I would have just sharpened it out of there. But I just, some people really search for other people to help them with their problems way more than I think they should. And they care about what other people think, like, way more than I think they should. And this guy's whole post about, maybe y'all can teach me a technique where I can put this in my knives. Like, really, dude? Like, you really need a friend. I apologize. If you do it properly, mister, it won't put a gouge in his stones. If you just focus there first and kind of move around on the stone and move it side to side, you should be able to take that right off. It's so little, it would come right off anyway. All you have to do is tilt the stone to where that's the only part it's hitting. But yeah, a lot of these people on Reddit are just here so they'll have somebody to talk to, I think, and attention. And so I try to be nice and help people. But at the same time, people sometimes nowadays drive me nuts, and I can't help but let them try to help themselves. Like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer in the old saying, it's better to teach a man to fish than to just give him a fish, you know? So, like, when people ask for somebody else to do something for them, or don't attempt to try anything themselves and just expect that they're due the answer and all the hard work that it takes to get to that point. Some people, you know, there's an old saying on the internet, RTFM. And if you go to a lot of message boards and forums and whatever, RTFM is it's still popular depending on what you're doing. If you're looking into, so the reason I think it's come to my attention is because, like, there's underground stuff that is not just publicly available to the masses unless you do hours and hours of research in how to do it. So let's say that, like, right now, I wanted to take a DOCSIS Motorola modem and flash it to where it worked on internet, unlimited speed for free. There used to be forums in the underground where you had to look up lots of information for hours and join these message boards and learn stuff and, like, figure it out yourself. And when these people just want to be handed stuff, it kind of gets to me eventually. So I kind of say things on Reddit that I wouldn't normally say, and I try to be a nice guy and help everybody. But the way I come across sometimes on Reddit, because of people like this, makes me seem like somebody I'm not, that doesn't want to help. So my way of helping was just saying, I don't see how you could look at this and not turn it into this. So I gave him the answer, but I also made him realize he's an attention seeker in the process. But Reddit is a crazy place, and I've heard people talk about the Reddit community and the people on there forever, and just wouldn't think that it would get to me the same way that it gets to everybody eventually. But it has. If y'all don't mind smashing the like button, that'd be awesome. I need to drink my coffee this morning. My throat is like dry as heck. Guy was selling 2 Wakas. Vespa not locking, so he had the same problem that I told y'all about. So I gave him the link to the video. Let's see. Budget blades. Do y'all like your open L style knives? Is that just an open L copy? Yeah, I don't know. Do y'all have open L's? I've got one open L. Morning, Waylon. If I didn't say that, I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Christopher. He deals with Reddit times 10, but he's I'm a lot more of a laid back, calm, helpful person and not pretentious, and am wrong quite often and don't mind admitting it. So I try to blend into Reddit a little more than him. He's caught the Reddit hate and got whole channels about him. Like, he's a little deeper into the hate. But I do come across sometimes as like a total asshole. And I get it, but I would wish the people would just think about why I was that way. And really, that's not my character. And there's got to be a reason. It's because they didn't try anything for themselves first. Or, you know, I hate people that just want you to give them. Like in the old days, it would be like 4 years worth of college learning. They want you to teach them instantly because they're do it. When you actually had to go in and put in the 4 years to learn it, and don't mind passing it along, but don't want somebody to just jump to the end without paying their dues a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Michael. I was saying I was totally different than him in a lot of ways. But I get Reddit. But I can understand his is 10 times the hate he gets. Got to be crazy. Oh yeah, I did have something else today. So I went through the lost and found at work, and it's kind of like the TSA scores. It's my version of the TSA that I guess Metal Complex has been doing. But I brought home these beauties. So I don't know exactly what we got here. It looks like we have, let me put these over here. I don't mind teaching anybody anything as long as they are willing to work and put in a little work themselves. But when they want you to just magically make them understand and they don't have to do nothing, it's the entitled generation more than anything, I think. I didn't even look at this one. But I got these knives. Oh, wow. Somebody asked me if I had any Smith & Wesson knives. And I said, no, I like nice knives. And for some reason, this reminds me of what you would get as a Smith & Wesson knife. It's a Sheffield. It's got tip down only carry. It's got holes all in it, which I love. It's got, y'all know my favorite, seatbelt cutter. and a glass breaker, all in one. All right, then we got a half serrated tip up carry only again. No, this one's right. This is, oh yeah, this is like it's supposed to be. This is tip down. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I hate tip down carry. This one is actually tip up, but it is half serrated. Liner lock. It's locked up. The clip is loose. It's got a bass on it. No other name. Don't know what this is. This was in the lost and found at work at the hotel. This one has got hair on it. Ooh. That's gross. Can y'all see that? I don't want to touch that. It says 440 stainless china on it. I'm trying to stay away from it. 440 stainless china. That looks gross. I don't want to say what kind of hairs those look like, but they look like bad hairs. All right. Luckily, y'all remember, I got a bunch of these free from the hotel. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to rub both my hands with this alcohol spray on camera. All right. That should do something. Now what do we got? Now this one is interesting because this is a mossy oak, and it has an ankle. It has an ankle holster. Yeah, I don't know what he cut with that knife. It looks like either black. Looks like either black car stereo speaker box carpet, or yeah. But somebody was the guy that put this on his ankle and carried this mossy oak on his ankle. Now this is not a throwing knife. I could almost understand that if that sheath was on, if that leg mount was on this knife. But this knife right here has been used by somebody. Somebody has practiced their ninja skills with this thing a bunch. And has put some kind of, I don't know what kind of edge that's got on it, but I think he needed it more aerodynamic when he was practicing. So he tuned it. So this is a special tuned. This might be a guy practicing for the carnival or the circus. Yeah, but still, I think it's an ankle holster, but I don't know. Maybe not. Somebody go find the picture on the Mossy Oak website where that knife is actually displayed on someone's leg or arm. Yeah, so those were something I found this morning that I will instantly throw away. I might keep the Specialized Ninja tool, but these other ones have got to go. And I want to lock that one up, and ooh, gross. Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean ankle. I meant calf. And this would be down almost to your ankle. Yeah, I meant calf. That's what I thought it was. Cliff knows. He might have a mossy oak. Yeah, so I forgot. I mean, if I dipped it into, I might keep this one if I threw it in a bucket of kerosene for a little while. Although the pins were super loose on it, I don't know. It's kind of gross. Where's my alcohol bottle? And I'm glad I have no open cuts right now. I think today it wouldn't even bother me, to tell you the truth. All right. What else did I have? Bought some Russian cream backwoods last night. That's different. Oh yeah. Let me see. Hold on just a second. Where did I put? I've got some knives missing. What have I got? Let's see. Hold on a minute. I think they're in here, maybe. Nope. Not in there. I'm kind of mad about my current knife sorting collection, knife sorting situation. I've moved too much around, and I got a bunch of random for sale stuff. Here's the bag I'm looking for, though. I think. Nope. I was trying to find my Benchmades and my SOCP that I've got. But I'm pretty sure it was one of the ones I sold. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, back to where we whoops. Over here, Artisan. Well, they got that 8.3 inches, 8.3 inch tortoise. And it looks like new in. Just artisan cutlery. I guess they released a couple of new versions of that one. Pretty sure that one was already out though, right? Fragarack has been one. I wish they had a colorway. Yeah, we've already seen the Butcherling. We've seen all these. And then the other, I got an alert that crazy HX Outdoors site with the cheap knives has some new knives too, and I guess they're these blue ones, these fixed blades, DC 53 in new colors. I can't remember which one they sent me. Might have been, I think it was the regular version of that one, maybe. Heck, I don't remember. Fixed blades. They sent me one to review. I think I got, it was one of these two, I think, the Rock Apex. So it's probably the same as that one right there. It's just not got the crazy colored blades. Oh, that it's not the Pro. It didn't come with that second knife. So it's got to be this one. Probably this one. Yeah, this is the one they sent me. So that's the same version as the ones they've got the new colors of. Nothing special. DC 53 is one of those steels where it sounds great, and it might be a steel that China could produce well. So for fixed blades with DC 53, I'm really on the fence about that blade steel. I want to like it, and I want to think that they can probably heat treat it right and make it really great steel. But at the same time, I never want to try it enough to actually try it. But you can get quite a few DC 53 fixed blades, even replicas and copies of stuff in DC 53 from China. So I need to just break down and get one, because if you go to AliExpress, you type DC 53 knife, you'll get a bunch. And they have a bunch of pretty cool looking ones too. But the DC 53 steel part is what throws me off. Because these are just as good as a lot of those Guardians, probably like style-wise and feel. But you're talking about blade steel after that, you know. But some of those little fixed blades that we've seen on daily episodes that are $300, there's DC 53 equivalents, Tops Knives, Essie, and I just don't ever trust DC 53 enough to try it. What's y'all's experience with DC 53? I guess that's my question. Does anybody have experience with DC 53? Do you think I'm right that they really can get it to a 62 HRC over there? For me, the number and the kind of steel it is and the availability of it makes me think that they might actually be able to get it over there and learn how to work with it. And the fact that they're advertising it so much on all these fixed blades is kind of what makes me think they realize they figured it out too, and they're trying to get it to the American market, because they have a lot. That's a super easy copy to make. You can get a decent heat treat on steel. Fixed blades are way easier than folding knives. So if you can get one of them with decent steel heat treated, then what's wrong with that? They've even got nice linen micarta and different stuff. I don't know. All right, nobody has any DC 53. Yay. Let's go back. So I'm still waiting on my cedars. They look nice. what I've seen. I will be excited to see them when they come in. I still need to get a station. I like his stuff too. Knife Standards. But we've seen them a lot. This guy wants to sell his instantly. I'm sure it already sold instantly. It's probably too big for him. Good detent. Good to go. He doesn't say why. He just got it for sale. $90. This guy's scared. See, this is another example. Now this guy's petrified because somebody sold theirs right after getting it, that there's something wrong with the knife. So he's in a panic now, and he's got one coming in the mail, and now he feels like it sucks or something. So here's another example of people on Reddit. The people that take everything for gospel and put the worst thoughts behind everything on here. This guy could just be selling it because it's too big, or he bought a knife he couldn't afford and he needs the money for a bill. But this guy's tore up about it now, sitting at home worried to death. He's got one in the mail, and now he feels like it sucks or something. I mean, come on, guys. I just ordered this knife. Are you telling me it sucks or something? And the guy obviously shows how great the action is on the knife. He makes purpose to drop it on his, show it's got great action. At the end, he even shakes it to show it's got great detent. And the guy's still worried. Shows the centering. And the guy's still sitting at home scared to death that he went with FOMO. And now he's worried. So that's another group of people on Reddit. So it wouldn't be any better than 14C28N, but it could be about the same as 14C28N. I'm perfectly okay with 14C28N when properly heat treated. Thank you, Michael, for taking the time to look that up for me. I truly appreciate that. Here's Synchronicity again. Clone or other similar like this worn EDC. I bet if he types in DC53 on AliExpress, he might find one. I think we have another time where everybody in the chat is like 5 minutes behind me. Because y'all are answering a question I talked about a few minutes ago. I wonder if y'all need to slide the slider to the right to get as close to live as you can. I swear YouTube has been staggering the live where you're not really live. Wow. I didn't see that post. Remet micarta delaminating. Wow, look at it. Look at the other side on the other side of the button. He just went ahead and did it. He pulled on it. You're not supposed to pull on it. Don't you know that? If you got a bad if you cut your fingernail back too close and it's about to go into the quick, you're not supposed to pull on it. Don't pull on it, guy. Screw it, we'll just do it live. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Wonder what environment this guy works in. Just over a year ago. I like it. Not been through any strenuous trips, not been water soaked, etc. All right, I believe him. This guy's honest. I like this guy, but he shouldn't have picked at it. Yeah, Christopher, that knife's pretty awesome. Whatever the letters are, dang it. Why can't I remember the letters ever for that stupid knife? What? Well, I don't even know how to spell his name. This guy. NMB, what is it? BBNM. BBNM. I don't know why I can't ever remember that knife. Yeah. Some people are pickers, Michael. I will have to agree with that. Yep. I swear, all y'all people that hate the way Strider knives look need to just get over it and get one in your hand and feel how comfortable they are. I've tried to explain to y'all why the crazy back end of the knife matters, and those ones that are cut off like Strider does, they line up with your palm perfectly. Sorry, I can't talk perfectly. But Striders are those knives, man, that people just look at them and they're like, I don't like it. I don't like it. The same as I was with Spydercos for the first 15 years they existed. I don't like it. Got a round hole on it. I don't like it. It's got a big hump on it. I don't like it. Yeah, once you get one in hand and you see why that crazy cutoff on the back there just lays right on your palm like that and locks in. You'll understand why people love Striders. And once you choke up on a big one like this and get it right in the middle of the knife, it feels like you could cut up a water buffalo with this thing. Like, I don't know why it feels that way, but I'm just telling you, the big one, the SMF, when you choke up on it, it puts so much of the back of the knife out of your hand that you feel like you're holding a sword, like. And I hated the way they looked too until I felt them in hand. And now it is what it is. But these middle size ones are the perfect size knife for anybody. So if I was going to suggest one for y'all to try the middle size. The SNG. Just like he said. And I bet this one is about the same size as that BBNM. I'm guessing it's about the same size as a SNG. And then there's not many knives that are better than this little thing. I swear they look funny. Like that big end and that all that. But it's all made for your palm. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. When you lock in on this knife where you're supposed to, that area just lays on your hand. And it makes this little knife feel like a lot more knife than it is. That's the key about these knives, is they feel one knife size up from whatever they are. So this feels like a giant titanium knife, even though it's not. And he's just sore at the company, Michael. He doesn't really hate Spyderco's. He just had a bad experience 20 years ago. So he hates the company. He likes sharp objects. And he would like the knife if he could get past the company. I think. But that's what the thing is about these knives, is they feel one knife size up. So this one, that's why it feels like a big, like you feel like you could literally dissect a water buffalo. See you later, Michael, by the way. All right, so real detent ball, real detent hole on the Kunwu. So they're not there again. Christopher, I don't know where you put them, but you always tell me you put them in the knife picks and vids, and they don't get there. Did you put them in pocket check? Nope. Didn't put them in pocket check either. Put them in buy, sell, and trade? Nope. Put it in general. There's TC being Santa Claus. They do support their own products, Cliff. They just don't send out blades. They'll replace a whole knife if it's something they did wrong. Pretty much, I mean, anything that they did wrong or something, they'll replace. They just won't send you blades out. That's really all it says on their website. But they do replace things if it's their fault. Mitchell, good morning, sir. Yeah, I don't know where you put the pictures, Christopher, but they're not here. Yeah, be shady. See, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. Something about that live slider doesn't match up right. And y'all need to go and make sure that you're caught up with when I'm talking. Just go to my page, and when you go to the live video, just take and grab the little slider right here. Upright. Grab the little slider and make sure you just slide it all the way to the end one good time, and you should be caught up. This red live light should work, but sometimes I think this live light is off. Oh, it's all good, Christopher. I just wanted to be able to find them. All right, yeah. Awesome. Wow, I like that bottom one too. So that's the Buron, huh? Yeah, that's a beautiful knife, man. Thank you for sharing these pictures. Yeah, that thing's sweet too. So you like dark frag too? Nothing wrong with that. Or is that all they had left? Or oh goodness, why am I talking to myself again? Yeah, man, great pictures. And that Arcona looks way better in person than I thought it would. That Arcona looks sweet. If you ever sell that Arcona, let me know. Okay. Is that a 3? Sorry, Cliff. I was talking to myself for a minute. Yeah, man, that Arcona looks way better than I expected. And I love that plain Jane. I want to see how it looks closed. Upload a picture of that knife closed. Actually, I'm going to go find it. Arcona Huron. AliExpress. Huron 2. There she blows. Yeah, I definitely think I will. I'm going to be honest about this knife. If that's carbon fiber, I might actually like the carbon fiber version better. Yeah, 25 seconds about right. I mean, from me being live to actually saying something to seeing what y'all say. Um, I try, like, if y'all were to type something right now, I'll say it out loud and y'all can start counting and I'll repeat it back to you. Somebody type something in the chat and watch when it pops up on the chat and then watch when I say it. So somebody type just a crazy word. And I'll show y'all how long the lag is. Start counting as soon as y'all see it pop in the chat, though. I'm going to try to read it as soon as I see a word, but nobody's typing a word. Crazy. So start counting after you hear the word crazy. Let me see. Test, test. Sent at exactly 10:14 and 15 seconds. Guess you meant an hour and 10. Yeah, it's actually 14 minutes. An hour and 14 minutes. All right. So that I said those words that y'all typed. Y'all should be able to count and tell. But I don't know about that. I loved because I was going to tell y'all. I'm weird in a lot of aspects with knives, but one of the things I'm weird about is you see how all these knives are sitting on my table. They're sitting on what is called the show side. So there's a show side and there's a clip side. And I personally, so the show side is just what it's named. It's what's supposed to show off the knife, right? A lot of companies put, try to make the show side as clean or add a design like this one has on the show side, or a pattern on the show side, or a carbon fiber on the show side. And then the clip side is the side that is not the show side. So in theory, what people consider the part you're supposed to show on a knife is the show side. But I'm totally opposite, because when you look at the show side, this is my theory behind it. I tried to figure out why I like the other side better. And it's because if you look at the show side, you don't know everything about the knife. You know the shape of the knife and you know the blade style of the knife, but you don't know what the clip looks like. So when you flip it over, now you know everything about the knife. You know the shape and style of the knife, you know the blade shape, and you know what the clip looks like. And to me, that's a prettier picture. So, or if I'm going to send just one picture of a knife, I want it clip side. So if I've got a choice and I can put a bunch of them, then it doesn't matter. Then the show side is the prettiest, and I'll put it the first. But if I only get one shot, then I want to see this side because I want to see what the clip is like too. And I don't know if that makes sense. And a lot of people love the show side. And yes, it is cleaner. But I want to see the clip side so I get one overview of everything. Thank you, Waylon. I think it's a prettier side of the knife, honestly, too, because you get to see the lock mechanism. You get to see everything. Yes, it's not as plain, and I love plain. Like, I can't stress that enough. I'm a plain Jane freak, but so that's why. So I said all that to say this. That's the reason I think I might like this carbon fiber one for the first time, because it's not a carbon fiber inlay. Most of the time they try to, take this and throw some carbon fiber in it somewhere, and it doesn't turn out good. Because I like the way it looks on this side, but you also get the clip side, which looks like awesome, like a full tie knife. So this is a weird time when I kind of almost like the carbon fiber one better, man. That is weird. That's not me. But that carbon fiber pattern is even pretty sweet. I wonder how much it takes away from the weight of the knife. I don't know. That's pretty sweet, because the side I would like looking at the best looks the same on both of them. Yeah, cool knife. It's giant in his hand, huh? Or her hand. Cover up that lock, buddy. Don't show us that lock. Yeah, I like the lock bar access. It looks good down there. It's got a texture on it too. Arcona's pretty high edge. They can't show the pictures Oh, your pictures? Did you take a picture? No? See? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Most people, when they take pictures, they don't include the pretty side. Because they can't show it on AliExpress because they can't show locks. And you didn't show it. You showed the clip side on the BBNM, but you didn't show it on the Arcona. There's two of it. Show side. They can't show it on AliExpress though, so there won't be any pictures of the actual lock. They Photoshop it out. It's got some kind of lock, different lock system. Yeah, what did they do here with the... They connected everything with the Photoshop. I was trying to see how they Photoshopped that picture. Yeah, it's weird they can't show the lock. Yeah, I know if I message them, they'll send them to me. I've said that multiple times, Michael. If y'all, yeah, if y'all want to see real pictures of this knife, just go over here and hit this message button and ask them for real pictures. I wasn't logged in, so I knew I couldn't go actually do that. Let me get logged in. All right, let me refresh this. Now let me hit the message button. It usually pops up a box for you to send them. But you can send them this link right after the first HTML. You can cut it off. Now it's thinking I'm a... Come on, show me the picture. All right. So I always send them the link. So that they'll, well, I guess it's not going to let me send them the link, so I'm going to have to send them a picture. So I'll just copy and paste that real quick. Because they won't know what knife I'm talking about. Why did my computer just lock up? Oh, what is that? That's new. It's not sending. Well, that's crazy. It won't let me paste in the window either. All right, sorry guys. Give me just a second. I'm having to... I had to make a picture real quick to send them so I can get them to send me. Wow, he's on it. He said that one. I want to see the lock side. I don't know that wanna comes across in translation goods. I probably say I want to. All right, knife picks. There we go. So where's this lock mechanism? Did you show us that? Now you got to show us the lock. Come on, man. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like it's cut out. So it's cut out all the way across. That's pretty cool. So it goes in there real far on the blade. Gets a real good lockup. Show us how the lock interfaces with the blade, please, sir. I know you're in your car and all, driving down the road. We'll see if he answers me here in a minute. See who gets there first. I like the Buran though. Let's go check out what FY EDC tool, if they have any more of those. Arconas. They do. They have quite a few. They have a lot more than last time I checked. So, the Wuotan is their other one. Don't like it. Don't like the Wuotan. What do we got here? The Gethery front flipper. Guessing. Oh yes, got a nice curve. Nice jimping. Jimping looks great on that. Oh, you can get the black or the silver pivot. Yeah, the jimping looks great. There we go. And I was all around, man, Discord, I was all around these other knives too. Sorry guys. At least I left a knife picture on board. So it's a big giant liner lock that interfaces all the way across the knife. I'm guessing. Why else would they cut it out like that? I don't know why they cut it out like that. It's like a frame lock and a liner lock combined or something. Weird. Yeah, I finally figured out the switch screen thing. Discord is what throws me up. Throws me off, sorry. I was looking at the store that had some more Arcona knives. And this is the one I said I didn't like. It's more of a Sever 7 knife. Long and slim. That Photoshop work just throws me off. So it's a frame lock for sure. And then they had this other one. It's a front flipper. This is the one I was saying had good jimping, I believe. No. This one's a major front flipper. Got some pretty wild colors. Oh, they glow. I didn't pay attention to that. I actually didn't look at this one yet. I actually looked at this one. This is the front flipper one I was saying the jimping looked nice on. You see right there how it comes around the top of the knife. Yeah, what's the price difference? Yeah. Between the they're all the same price for me. Not sure which ones. Oh, I guess you just meant how cheap 212 compared to 128 or 258 compared to 128. Yeah, these are definitely the next tier down. But it's cool to see that they even have some $76 and $43 ones. So they used VG10. That's another good steel that they can work with and get a proper heat treat in China. I'm cool with their VG10 now. I used to be worried about it, but I've gotten a few that have turned out to be decent. So I think they can work pretty good with VG10. That's the main reason why I wasn't upset about that, or why I like that Mosier, that David Mosier knife clone so much, because it's VG10 and I've already tested VG10 and I know that it performs well from heat treats from them. Yeah, I can't wait to get this one. It's on the way. But I really want to check out this one. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. It's surprising how big it is, actually. It's like over 8.5 inches, or right at 8.5 inches. And I hope my Damascus part Christopher, that doesn't surprise me at all. I would assume it's kind of like the nicer versions of their green thorns. Yeah, I totally believe that. Oh yeah, they have to import that fat carbon. So the fat carbon is only made here in the US, so they have to order it from the US to put it on knives. So they charge crazy prices. That's just like the Rosie. Oh, and y'all aren't even seeing the right knife. What is going on with me today? Did I show this knife a second ago? I know I did. I had to have. One I was saying was 8.5 inches. Yeah, I'll have to go check out Sever's video. Thank you, sir. All right, let's type in M390 knife and see what we get today. And then sort by price, high to low. All right, we got the $666.06, 7 cents. Vespa. We got a new bowler 2025. What is this? Oh, that's the bug out, I guess. Yeah, that's a crazy price. Forever Steel, 420. QK. QK. Another Vespa. Kick Stop Chop. I haven't seen this one, I don't think. Huh, when did that one come out? Does anybody know when this was released? Is it a new one I just found? Do we know about this knife? Because it looks pretty dang awesome. I mean, I know it's a copy of a one, but man, those look nice. Yeah, that bug out is a crazy price. It's one of those stupid stores, Waylon. It's got the DNA lasering like scales on it. I have not seen anybody post about this one, so I'm wondering why. Is it the price? Oh, it's a real one. It's from North Mountain Blade. It's not even a copy. I was like, man, they're close to the same price. I was thinking that. And it's the real deal. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. That's why they look so cool. Because they're really from North Mountain Blade. I forgot that some of those stores had. And then I was like, then I looked at the price and I was like, wait a minute, that's as much as a real one. All right, see what else we got. Arcona, that's that front flipper. Canandaea, another Vespa. Oh, let me show y'all a deal today. So you see the Kaiser Momo? Type Kaiser Momo and Amazon in your browser. And let's see if we can find the Momo. Oh, we got music and all. So this one is 50% off. You can get the green and black one for $29. And that's one of those cases I can't hardly pass up any knife that is 50% off. That's kind of how I ended up with the collection I've got. So getting to experience that knife for 29 bucks is well worth it. So if y'all don't have a Momo and you want one, that's a mini Momo. Oh, they have the other one on sale too. Sorry. This is the full size one. It's 38 bucks. And it's a better, it doesn't have the black blade. It's the green and silver. So the full size one is 38 bucks. And the other one is 29 bucks. And that their micarta is pretty nice. I don't think it's going to separate. So yeah, I ran across that this morning. Customized SMF, Brown Cortex XL, the Mini FSD in M390, the Barker Hokkaidos. We looked at those on that other store. Severn. There's the Vespa zero blade play. Mercenary knives. So pretty cool. Japanese has been the theme for the last couple of days. Yeah, that front flipper looks fun. That looks like that would be a nice gentlemanly knife. Some of these, it's the Mercenary MK28 and M390. I wish it was a lighter color. Yeah, that front flipper looks real fun. I like the clamshell construction too. That lock bar looks cool too. He's pushing the boundaries, showing that lock. We can go to their website and see the lock. Mercenary. Can't type. MK28. Page not found. Nice. Semi-integral. It's just a clamshell, buddy. Isn't it? I don't see any screws though. What's going on here? Is that just what did they do? Did they weld it back together? Did they make it in two pieces and weld it together? Why does it say integral and why does it have no screws? Why does it say semi-integral? Let's watch the real video where you can show the lock. Man, this company is figuring out how to do some weird stuff with knives. I kind of like it. They're doing a lot of integrals and stuff that looks like integrals and hidden screws. Let's see if we can see when he goes. See if I can pause it right when he shows down in the inside here when he's rotating it. Whoops. Hold on. I'm trying to catch it right there. Can we see any screws down in there? Man, I don't see any anywhere. I don't know what they've done with how they've done that knife. I'm confused by the line down the back. Looks like they've welded it back together, but can you weld titanium? That's a question I've been wanting to answer that I should know the answer to. Got stupid good action too. Alright, it's got a screw in the clip. It's got one screw. Alright. Just figured it out. One screw in the clip holds the whole thing together. Waylon already said that. Thank you, Waylon. I should pay attention to chat more, but I can't see it when I'm off on the other screens. Seven. Yeah, that's a cool knife, though. Then we got the relative clones. Or the Nimble XL. No, that actually is a relative. And the Lemifshi ones and that milled blade one. Which this is not real M390. So this is where you start getting to that price that I was talking about. If you get below $120, it's probably not real M390. So I messaged this guy, and this is real 14C 28N, supposedly. But that $120 mark is about the number where you get real M390 or not on AliExpress. This is an interesting looking knife for 92 bucks. It's a weird looking thing. It's almost like gas station knife. Yeah, and if y'all go to White Mountain Knives, use my code Alchemy10 and save 10%. So that was a good time to type that in when Christopher said it. All right, we've been going long enough today for me to be in a bad mood. So we're going to start ending this one up. I did not like having to work last night, and it caused a chain reaction this morning of some emotions and feelings. Not that y'all care about any of that, but I share it nonetheless. Try out a Strider. That is my advice for today. Feel that shape in the palm of your hand and tell me it's not comfortable. This one is really good by Meteor Knives. This is the nicest one I've got. I had a cheap version of this one with the laser that you can buy elsewhere, but this one has real 3V blade steel. And it's super expensive. I think it was like close to $300 new. Luckily, I found it not for that price. But it's one of the only ones that I can shake closed pretty easily. It's got great action to not be on bearings. Kind of helps that the blade's so big. And y'all know it's got that crazy recurve that I don't like at all. But for some reason with this knife, it's just alright. It's alright. It's already the skull knife, so why not just add a recurve? Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for offering your support today. Somebody said if I needed to talk to reach out. I don't know who that was, but I just might do that. I do get kind of bored. I work so much. I don't have much social. And I kind of talk to the same people over and over again. It'd be nice to get a new perspective. I think I bother Pete a little too much at times. During the middle of the night. If anybody's awake during the middle of the night ever, I just knocked over 2 cases. That's all right. Love these Vespas. Love them so much they put a mark on my thumb. Yeah, I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for being here and talking knives with me. On your way out, if you haven't hit that like button, please do so. I'm going to be up for a little while, so I might hop over to Cole, Cat Scratch, Mitchell, Michael, Christopher, Waylon. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Thank you, sir. Mr. B. Shady. Thanks as always. Hope you gentlemen have a great Thursday and get ready for Friday tomorrow. Because tomorrow is that day. Anyway, guys, love y'all. Hope y'all have a better day than mine started out being.